Yeah, little third strike, little KO off, then dead. That sounds mad good. It's Remy. Why is this? Why is this such a weird size? What the fuck? This looks a lot smaller than normal. You know, it's still working. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna blow it up. Tomi Naga? Playing Sean? Oh, this is part 2. Wait, time out. Let's watch part 1 first. Oh, Ryu versus Ken. My favorite. Classic. Tarubain playing Ken. What is this? That's the Elena player. Curious. The universal overhead wasn't well timed at all. Okay. That was an attempted cross-up Tatsu, but the timing was miserable. That was a jump-in parry, but the DP missed, so he wasn't ready for the punish. Oh, that was shitty. Maybe these guys just suck. Oh my god, reversal hard DP. That's so invincible, I think. That's something. Super 2 Ryu. Curious. Wake up light DP. I don't even know if that's throw invincible. I think it is. I think all of the Shoto DPs are throw invincible. Like every version of every DP. He actually blocked the first hit of that. That's funny. Ryu has a very fast forward dash in this game. It's like a 14 frame dash. Or like 12 or something. It's really quick. It doesn't move that far. But it's insanely fast. It's actually I think it's the fastest of all the Shotos. Although Ken's isn't that much slower. But Ken, I mean, the primary, like Ryu's overheads aren't as good. So his way of getting his pressure back in. Like he has an overhead that's like, it's about as good as Ken's, but he can't combo out of it. Which makes it a lot worse. Pow, pow, this will kill if he gets the follow up. It might kill already, yeah. Some good KO F11. I'm always down for KO F11. I've actually already watched 1 minute and 57 seconds of this video.
なんとあの鳥羽さんが番長がサブレミより強いっていう噂も
That's like Bird Wing or something like that. That name? I don't know.
するのかなと思いきや
Something like
最
that.
速で春麗にカーソルがカンカンカンっていきましたね。せっかく2つ SA 強いんだからね、レミはちゃんと使わないと。
I don't quite recognize the second
最強
character.
キャラをどう動かしていくのか番長。
Honestly, like, Shoryu Ryu is one of the most hyped characters for me in this game. He's very parry happy. He's a very parry happy character. Did Ryu not lose the X for that? No, he did. He lost the X. If you get thrown out of an EX move on its first frame, you don't lose the X. Or hit out of it. I think. That's definitely true in Street Fighter 4 and 5. I think it's true in Street Fighter 3. It's because you can still Kara an EX move into a super. And if it deducted the EX meter, then that would be impossible for supers with 1 bar. And that defeats the purpose of Karas.
闇を垣間見ることになる。さあ投げ中段追い込んでいく。こっから
Never forget the Ultra Street Fighter 4 beta where Guy had a 2-frame EX Tatsu. What the fuck were they thinking? I think that's really cool. But what the fuck? What the actual hell were they thinking? That's such a wild thing to give Guy. I'm really sad they didn't do that. They didn't even make the EX Tatsu 3 frames. It's still 4. 4 is still really fast. Having a 4-frame reversal is amazing. Technically speaking, you can safe jump it. Ryu like sweep into up forward. Will safe jump guys Tatsu. After they added like delayed stand, that's not a huge issue. Yeah, I know, dude. And it's so powerful when it hits. And I love seeing the setups because it's so hard to land. Like, yeah, you can just parry and then do it. But the confirms into it are so specific. That's the one I always use. That's like the best one. 2 low shorts. Oh, he was early. He got the partial connect DP. Neutral jump, short. But Ryu actually has a surprising lot of ways of connecting that. Meaty overhead, you can link it. It's like a 2-frame super, so it's pretty easy to link. He might be able to link it after a low strong point blank, but you don't see that one almost ever. I think you can confirm it with like low forward fireball into super, and then just do low forward fireball by itself otherwise, but low forward fireball is not that good in this game, so. Well, it's okay. But it is parry bait. And you don't want to be doing it that close anyway because it's minus. Towards Fierce confirms it, but you don't see that very often because Towards Fierce has a lot of startup. But Towards Fierce you can link a super 2 fairly easily. And that actually does okay damage. You can see it after anti-air jab. You can see it after like air-to-air jab, or air-to-air like no, I think just air-to-air jab for the most part. There's some really Shinryuken. You can see it as a reversal. It's hard to land. The confirms are really bad. This is gonna go. You didn't know how to get the follow-up mid-screen. That was an easy parry. He didn't even do it. You never do just raw DP to chip out. That's horrible. You either do low short into raw DP into hard DP, or you do stand strong into hard DP. Because then it becomes a 50-50. Then the opponent has to guess the correct parry direction for the first one. Or they have to red parry, which is, you know, really hard. And then you can always throw as well, and throwing has very low risk. Based on the number of hits, wow, that was a shitty punish. Based on the number of hits, the punish timing will change, but it's never unpunishable. Shinshoryu is pretty curious. It's probably Ken's second best super, but if Shippu is a 10, then Shinshoryu is probably a 3, and Shoryu Rep is probably a 2. You would never pick Ken's other supers. They're bad. They're both pretty hard to confirm. Shinshoryu does get special mention because it's abnormally strong for the amount of meter you spend. It does the damage of a lot of like full bar supers, but it's actually kind of short. That's gonna hit. That's gonna work too. Could be worse. I haven't seen anyone use that to go over a fireball forever. It's so funny when you see people use fireball avoiding attacks in Street Fighter 3. It's such a non-factor in the basic gameplay. There's actually a good number of attacks that dodge fireballs, especially supers. Nice. The only character who really has to acknowledge fireballs at all, I shouldn't say the only one, but only a few. Like Hugo, Urien, Q, maybe Alex have to acknowledge fireballs. Every other character can just pretend they don't exist. Yeah, something got beat. Okay, that was even a reversal. This is Dorai playing Chun. What's up with these players? Tatsu punishes are no bueno in this game. Ground Tatsu from Ken is awful. It's not awful, but like it has a tendency of being shit. This is Kikosho Chun-Li. This is a pretty dank archive, dude. People are using some weird shit. I've said this before, but if Chun-Li's Super 2 is a 10, I would probably say Kikosho is probably like a 7. It's still quite good. Maybe an 8. The biggest problem is you only have one of it, but overall it's probably a better super than Super 2. It's a bit weaker, but it charges a lot faster, and that's important. But like, the ability to have a super, to use a super and then immediately threaten with another super is immensely powerful on Chun-Li. And then its ability to punish is kind of nice too. I don't remember how fast Kikosho is, it's pretty fast, but it's not as fast as Super 2. You can confirm it all the same ways. Huh? Did he think he had Super 3? That was really stupid. That would have killed Ken too.
ダメがまあね
Should have waited for him to land and then a
なんと
low
りょう
4
さんが
super.
ここで
This is gonna be
サ
super
ブキャ
3
ラを
Makoto.
チ
Count
ョ
on
イ
it.
スしているんです
No,
が
no.
誠
Everyone's playing not their
いや
character with
誠は
not their
強キャラではあ
super.
りません
Very curious. Meaty stand strong into stand short. I think that's a 1 frame length normally.
じゃあ
If you do
SA
it
が
meaty, it's easier.
土佐並みになっておりますのでこれは弱いです早いね
Same Fierce EX dash punch with follow up should dizzy.
ここはちょっとね難しいんだね移動チェストねし
It
ない
might
と
not
ね
have dizzy.
ダメ
I
なんだ
think it
よ
would
な
have. These neutral jumps are really whack from both players.
お
What's this Makoto doing?
さあ最後の爪
Those weren't horrible neutral jumps, but they were like confusing. They kind of put Makoto into a bad position.
見てから下風呂間に合った運がいい
It might seem weird to start your punish with that, but it's actually optimal.
おー天才
You don't lose any damage because the combo is so
おー
short.
強い
It just adds a little bit of damage on the
やばい
stun.
今の EX 剣
Scaling is like a
強いん
much
ですよ
smaller factor in this game than other Street Fighters. Or at
や
least
る
4 and 5.
結構頑張ってますね頑張ってるりょうさん頑張ってる
I would probably
あり
pick
ますよこれ
Super 1 if they both had 2 bars, to be honest. Charging fast is a big deal. And also Super 1 is an anti-air. And otherwise they're like mostly interchangeable.
頑張って
Super
頑張
2
って
can go
軽
through
く先出
fireballs
る
and
しか
Super
ない
1 can't.
頑張り帰
And
ってく
Super
るか
1, Super 2 has slightly better Oki. Well, a lot better Oki, but like that's not a huge factor.
さあ頑張りがりょうさんの頑張りが
If it was me, I would run Kikosho. They're both 2 bars.
さこうででで
But I'm not like the most knowledgeable
おやいな
player about Chun-Li's tools. So maybe a Chun-Li player would be like, no, I'd still rather have Super 2.
相当に
Kikosho's not
宇
bad
宙
though.
な読み合いが発生してましたねどっちが
There are a lot of
先にボタン
supers
を
that are
押すか
actually
って
pretty
いう
good that
チキン
don't see
レース
any
が今
use.
お互いに押さないで
Dudley's Rolling Thunder is a good
これは
example.
ワンチャンあったあった
Sorry, Rengeki and Yoho.
さあしっかり反撃をおー大パンが出なかった
Nice. Whiffing low shorts to stop Makoto from dashing is fairly common if you're a character with chaining, which is actually very few characters in this game.
なんとか
All the
小足を
shadows.
刻んでやっぱダッシュがね
Memi can do it with
コックイ
jabs.
さんのダッシュ対策がね
そうですね。あ、誠対策。
誠対策
コックイさんでも誠対策ですから。
I think
はい
the twins can do it
伝説
too.
の
Got him.
これ
あ
は
ー仕上がってますね。
待っておりました
Actually, for 1
と
second, I was like, I don't even know if that's
対
gonna
空の
dodge jump medium
新
kick.
昇竜そ
The
して
invincibility on Ken Super is kind of bad.
まさ
A
か
lot of like jump medium kicks or jump hard kicks and shit will just beat it.
さあ5人目
It depends on timing.
富永のサブ
So
キャ
here's
ラ
Tominaga's
注意ですね
Oh, the commentary is loud.
みんなサブキ
God,
ャ
I
ラっ
wish
ていう
you'd
のは
said sooner.
メインキャラより強いキャラを
They're not that loud. But now they're really quiet.
さあ島パンマンさんが4連
Oh, that could have been canceled super, I think.
わーなんかこれ新勝利と一緒のパターン
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is.
やばいキャラが強いメインキャラよりも強い
I wouldn't ever advise using anything but Ganejin on a Yun who wants to win. Ganejin is too stupid.
頑張れ
Yoho is good, but it's fair. Ganejin isn't fair.
さあコンビニのチュンリーグはなかなかレアうわ
Yoho is basically it's like a marginally better Shinshoryu. It's Shinshoryu, but it's a bit easier to confirm, and I think it does a bit higher damage.
あれは
It like usually does the same damage, but in the corners it's a little bit stronger. I think,
物理か対空だ
with the full combo into and out of.
いやーこれはどうするんだこれ
It's Shinshoryu, but like Yun has oh,
さあ
it's Shinshoryu, but Yun has jab short strong, and Ryu wishes he had that. Every character wishes they had that. The target combo is probably the best TC in the whole game. Confirms anything, reasonably safe to parries. Well, it's not that safe to parries, but you know, if they're
でもあんまりプレッシャーがねえな
things could go a lot worse for you. It's easier to save than most things when parried. Builds good meter. Well, not good, but you know, that little meter build that it gets is really important for Yun. And then it's fair advantage on his activation. That was the link. That's hard to do.
チュンリー使い
It's not that hard.
ね
If they're crouching, it's pretty. It's like a multi-frame link.
山さん
Depends on your timing of universal overhead. But if they're standing, it's pretty tight. Technically speaking, you can actually do a low forward and then go into super for extra damage. Makes it harder. You can parry a flip kick on reaction, but you need to be ready. The light one is the easiest one to use. Wake up flip parry, very common from that range. Getting thrown is not that bad in this game. He's probably still waking up with low parry. Saw another one. This guy's getting thrashed. Hard kick is a horrible button against Chun-Li. So is far strong, so is far forward. Your best hope of outpoking Chun-Li is using low forward. That one. He found it. He found his good button. Oof. That can still happen. Outpoking Chun-Li is not really something Oro can do, which is one of the reasons this matchup is shit. But he can hang with her, but not with that normal. He has to be really careful about the normals he picks. Kuroda set up that he fucked up. He didn't attack on the way up. It would have made it... Oh, it's going to hit. Yeah. He should have cancelled. Surprised he didn't. He actually could have cancelled the uppercut, actually. Chun-Li will occasionally still... it's common to see a parry and then still super. From Chun-Li low forward super. It's not even necessarily Chun-Li's fucking up that confirms. It's like a good time to still super, to be honest. Oh, that's... I would have won there. I would have won the match right there. That was a free win. Not a free win, but... Chun-Li's... Fireball, though. He can't safely even throw a fireball or a super because Chun-Li can just super it back. Well, that was a foregone conclusion. We know the next match starts with Tominaga. Get your taunts off early. YSB Q. This is his actual sub. This is who YSB plays when he's not playing Hugo. I haven't seen him play Q in a long time, though. He's probably basically dropped him. But it looks like this event is everyone playing other characters, so... YSB's parrying skills are put to good work here. And his execution is nice, too. But this is a shitty matchup. Classic YSB. Can't catch a break. Always loses to Tominaga. Always loses to Chun-Li players. Surprise! It's Tominaga playing Chun-Li. Remember when Tominaga won Co-op Cup? That's some good shit. Oof. Only one. He probably could have got super if he did another. Chun-Li might be able to duck regular dash punch. Or Oro can. I don't know if Chun-Li can, but I think they're the same height. Uh-oh. One ducking. That's that. This is now almost impossible to win. He needs to land 2 supers. Have fun. That's risky, man. Those are disrespectful towards hard kicks. You can parry that. It's just regular hard kick, but you can steer it a bit. Alright, we missed the beginning of this. I don't really feel like replaying it. I mean, we technically already saw it. Remy, huh? That was a nice low parry walk-in. The thing about parry is that it buffers your input afterwards. So the window is actually really big to do parry into an attack. And it will always go at the right time. But if you're parry into walking into stuff, that actually requires you to know when the parry ends. You can't just buffer it. So parry into car grab or parry into like walking into punish is actually kind of precise. It looks like it would be barely harder than just parry into punish, but it's actually significantly harder. But like these players are well above that difficulty level. Fortunately as Oro, I almost never have to do that. And the times where I would want to do it, it doesn't work. Because Oro has to get really close to do a stand strong. Huh, that was a failed super confirm. Close stand forward on hit, confirm super like nothing. It's D-frame link. You can actually do low strong flash kick on Chun-Li, but it's hard. Nice. I think you could do it on Chun-Li. No, 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 I have it backwards. You can do low strong super. And it's also hard.
そして土下座さんの
Low strong super is only barely stronger than flash kick, so it's really not worth using, especially considering you have to burn a whole bar on it.
終了の東西戦始まっていきます。
これもいい勝負なんだよな。若干
ですね。
見えるかな。
これは
Cold blue kick is real good against 12's
わかん
jump,
ないですからね。レミ側が
but it's still kind of minus.
ている
そういう
からですかね。
ことですね。
そう考えるとこれは
12 has a lot of incidentally good normals, like in terms of like if the opponent hits a normal and you hit a normal, you'll probably win.
12側としては
Or it's got like a nice hitbox, so if the opponent happens to do something weird, you'll still hit them.
ね
Unfortunately, a lot of 12's heavies are kind of
命
shit.
がけでいかないと
Jump hard kick is good, jump fierce is good.
を潰す飛びもあるんで、
そうだねこれでも
Stand fierce is kind of shit, but it's usable. Stand roundhouse is, it goes far anyway. It's bad for every reason except that it goes far, but the fact that it goes as far as it does is quite
タ
good.
イミング全部違うからね
Crouch roundhouse is useless, crouch fierce is useless. Crouch roundhouse is near
で
useless.
もこれはワンチャンある
Stand strong is good.
してたか
Close strong is
ちょっ
good.
とあれだったね
Stand forward is
あれだ
good.
ったね
No, stand forward is awful. Close forward is okay.
うわ
All his lights are good.
ループで取った時にちゃんと最大を決めれるってのが
お
貴重なね。
Back forward, I don't know if back forward's good or not.
ここはしっかり
It's not really used that much. It's mostly just used interchangeably with close stand strong.
ルグレガードで
And because of that, most people just use close stand strong.
ガードだとブロンないとダメなんだよね
Back forward has like this weird anti-air hitbox. But 12's not actually lacking for anti-airs, believe it or not.
頑張ってブロン
He's got a few good ones,
最速
notably EX Needle or Super.
さあツンツン
This looks good for him.
このラウンドはうまいこと取れましたね土下座さん
12 is pretty hard to lock down. I can see this being a relatively fair matchup.
12の上を見れるかどうか。
ですねまあここ
Nice, good confirm. That's like 12's fucking best confirm. Look how much damage it did. It's not like Remy's got a ton of health either. Pretty sure he has the same health as Aura on Chun-Li.
番長も落ち着いてまだゲージがあるんでね
ルグレ一撃は重いっすね。
確かに減る
そこもアッパーがサマーある。まあ
おうまい
Yeah. I'm so glad Aura's not a low stun character.
上から行くと
I feel like it was a whim that they made him a high stun character. I feel like they could have gone either way.
わ出るとわからん
Most useful non-Q Dudley taunt. Ken is good. Akuma is good for similar reasons to Ken.
わからない。
ちょっとあれ投げ
Let me think.
さあじわじわと気づいてみ
Hugo's is not too bad.
若干土下座さんかと思いきや今ので番長がリードでさあこれはおー
I respect that.
打ってった
まあ結構爆弾
That's. I think you have to red. I don't know. I don't remember if you have to red parry that.
まあ削りに行ったと思うんだけど。
He wouldn't be able to block the first 2 reps though. And if you have to if you can blue parry, you'd have to blue parry before the 3rd
こ
one.
れは辛いエレナ対レミこれは辛い
まあ6.5ぐらいあるんじゃないかな。
Most taunts have like a little purpose, and then there's occasional ones that are near unusable.
なんでもきついんだな。
Like a lot of characters don't really use their taunt unless they get a stun. Like Yang would be a good example of that. Technically, I guess Elena is one of those. I think Elena gets a dizzy increase on her
エレ
taunt,
ナがもう
which is
容赦なく
nearly useless.
ヒーリングですねここは
Like after she taunts, her next combo does more
どう SA
dizzy.
でもいいけど多分最も
走って殺すしかない。
Ibuki gets a damage increase on her next combo, but in order to land her, in order to confirm her taunt,
マジかあれ当たんねえのか
you have to sacrifice damage on an existing combo, because you can use your taunt as a combo ender,
あー
but the damage you sacrifice is not worth.
姿勢低いんですね
Like you already lose.
小系だか小パンチだか
Anytime where you'd be able to confirm the taunt, you don't, you know,
そうそうそれを打てる
you lose the damage you then you lose more damage than you get back with the more powerful combo. I don't know why that took me so long to say.
あ
Looked like Q's holding up forward there.
だから意外とルグレ打ってもいいと思う。
This should be comfortably Remy's, unless he like chokes hard.
そうそんなもん。
ーやべえ回復した
That was like bad, but I still like Remy.
まだ全然いい状況、ゲージもあるし。マシだし
Nice lockdown.
おいい感じだここから番長
Really
が
bad punish.
お
You can
お
you can parry the
ヒー
second
リング
low
使われて
roundhouse hit.
やっとしたけど
It's a blue parry. It's not very hard at all.
ねこれ
You can just do that whenever you see it.
難しいとこだよなこれなでもな。
ルールで打てなかったじゃん。揃えた場合めっちゃ減るから。
あ、ガードで。
He wanted close forward, but he was so far away. Was that a punish? Super would have been a better punish, and it also would have been more reliable. Sliding is, it's not too hard to make safe, but Remy does have a 2-frame super, so that makes it so you have to be kind of careful. Super 1 is 3 frame, Super 2 is 2 frame. Gotta be real careful of that shit. Okay. Akuma's health is very, very low in this game. He can get dizzied in one combo, and he can also die in one combo. I have touch of kills on Akuma. Nice. He could have cancelled that to super. I wonder if it would have done enough. It doesn't do very much damage in that context, but it does work. Healing versus Remy looks alright. Nice, good whip punish. That was some good shit. Remy should be able to sit on this life lead pretty well. It's hard, actually. He has to be careful. There we go. With the X, it should be alright now. Ooh, my god, that didn't kill. I didn't expect him to use the X right away. I expected him to sit on it a little bit, didn't it? That went really close. That went closer than I was expecting it to both times. I think Elena probably beats Remy. But Remy had good lockdown. Elena had to be more desperate than Remy because she had a life lead to make up. Elena has decent capacity to win back. No, actually very good capacity to win back a time over. But she needed like 2 hits there, and those 2 hits weren't going to come easy. Like 2 separate. She needed like a throw and an overhead or something like that. 2 overheads, 2 throws. If you're trying to block Elena correctly, it's possible, but it's annoying. Most of her attacks are good because they kind of incidentally work. Whoa. That was a good punish. If you're attacking and Elena's attacking, she has a good capacity to beat you up. But if you're just focusing 100% on defense, and you just do your best to stay out of her car throw range, it's not too hard to block, okay? Her jump-ins aren't exactly amazing, but they're not bad. She doesn't have an air attack that goes really far down. Well, she does. It's like jump short. You would never hit it. Jump flight normals are kind of bad in this game. He thought he got an anti-air connect, so he taunted. Anti-air connect clap. You can either get EX Lariat or you can get a taunt. I don't know if that super's invincible. Accidental charge. That I don't know why you put Yuri in that high. It's usually regarded to be in rough order. Chun-Li, Yun, Ken, Makoto, Dudley, approximately. Maybe Yun, Chun-Li, Ken, Makoto, Dudley. And depending on who you ask, you might put Makoto above Ken. After that, it's probably Yang and Akuma and maybe Yuri and then. And then Ryu's somewhere up there too. Ryu's quite good. This is Bine again, but as Elena. Are we gonna go through everyone twice? We don't have enough time. He had extra juggles there. He could have kept that going for a little while. He didn't have to drop Higo there. Mid-air dizzy in that context, you have like still 5 JP to use. Someone got Denjin. Wow. Nice background house. That was well placed. That's a time where almost everyone throws. Having the instinct to use background house at a time where almost everyone throws. Why would you jump? Just parry. Just parry. From that far away, it's so easy to see when he releases the Denjin. Just parry it. Every player except me has a death wish. Not really. Dudley wins almost every matchup he has. He like loses just a little bit to Chun-Li. I think he's okay against Yeon too. He's like, I think he's 5-5 against Ken. He's like, he might actually have an advantage against Yang. I would say Dudley overall is better matchups than Akuma. Yeah, Tatsu got a weird connect there. Normally you can get a little bit of a juggle out of it in the corner. It's kind of picky. It depends on who you're fighting. I don't think Ryu has a juggle against Ryu. You can't do like DP after a corner EX Tatsu. On some characters you can do like stand strong. Oh, he wanted close fierce. Close fierce is faster. Crouch fierce was the button from that range. Yeah, grounded fireballs. That's how we play this game. Dudley's mad good. That's a good setup. he went for the big shit. That's the risk you take. That'll catch people who go for the immediate parry, which is what most people do. But there's always the possibility. Nice. That was a well-placed Tatsu. Towards fierce. My man was looking for the Super 2. I see towards fierce not even once a year in this game. It's really not a good normal. Its only virtue is that it's a one-frame link into EXDP, which is horrible because if you miss that one-frame link, you fucking have an EXDP blocked, which fucking sucks. And then it's like a two-frame link into Super, which is nice, but you know it's not amazing. Into only Super 2. Ryu is so cool because he has 3 different supers that are all viable and they all have radically different setups. What a shitty... If he had that punish, he would have stunned. Tominaga's still gonna win. Look at that, it's over. The real man would have done stand fierce to get the stun and then charge the dash punch for a really long time. That's how to win. That's how to show it. Nice placement on that one. Got him. Nice parry. Big old punish. Good shit. Oh no. He's not dead, but it's bad. Oh, now he's dead. I think this can dizzy. It did. Denjin you usually reset into. The trick to Denjin is that you want to have the opponent be blocking like a DP or a fireball in very specific contexts, and you want to be a certain distance away from them. The DP is usually not good unless you're going to dizzy them with the Denjin, with like a low charge Denjin, level 2 Denjin. Then it's busted. The fireball is a very common setup. You want to have certain knockdowns. All of a sudden you want to end combos in like light Tatsu as Denjin Ryu. Or like get corner forward throws or shit like that. You're looking for knockdowns where you can get like a meaty fireball into a decently charged Denjin. So all of your combos change. You look for corner placement, which you're normally not super fussed about as Ryu's other isms, supers. And you look for knockdowns with light Tatsu instead of DP. This should kill. Tommy rarely drops these. He did not drop it. That's really hard too. You need both Fukiagas to be like the earliest frame, or like one of the earliest frames. And then you also need a Stamenos Kara on the second one, on the first one, I think. On some characters, I think you need a double Kara, which makes it twice as hard. Go ISB. I wonder if they didn't have enough people this week, and they were just like, okay, let's have everyone play 2 characters. Oh, that'd be a good time to parry. I'm surprised he didn't. Nice. That's it. Super 3 Hugo can buffer that super every clap, and then if you see the clap hit, you can react pretty easily. The super cancel window on a clap is giant, and Super 3 is pretty easy to land after one. It depends on the range you are away. The closer you are after a clap, the sooner you can release Super 3. The trick is if he holds the button, he can run a little bit. And if you're really far away, you need it. Like when Hugo does triple clap combo, when he does fierce into medium into light clap, you need to, if you do super cancel, you need to run a little bit. Makes it a little bit harder than it is, than it looks. That was weird. He was trying to get the one frame link into super. Well, I don't know if it's one frame. It was really tight. I never see anyone go for that. Meaty universal overhead into Super 3 is Hugo. Is that it? That looks like it. This is still incorrectly sized, just a little bit. How about that Oswald, huh? So is he in the game yet? Or is he just coming? Yo, that combo looked like it fell out. The hits in this game are so... they don't look very impactful. The block animation is not significantly different from the hit animation, which I think is a problem with KOF in general. Missed the overhead. That looked unsafe. Okay. It's kind of cool. The fuck is that move? Why did they change Ryo's whole moveset every single game? Why do they do that with every KOF character? He probably should have rolled before blocking. I don't know, that looks hard to punish. It looks like it would just hit him on the way back if he did that. That might be safe. And KO's not looking good. Second it whiffed on crouching opponent. I think up kicks was -1 in KOF 13. And you couldn't make the second it whiff in most contexts anyway. Not any I knew of. The saving. This is over. Even if he got that, it was over. Saving cost 2 joules. Tags cost 1. God, they make you wait. Oh, it's T-Zoc. Been a while. I think 11's the only one with this tag system, but I could be wrong. There's entire KF games I've never seen. I've come around to tag fighting games, man. I like them. It used to be a mechanic that intimidated me. But now I just see the tactics. Any fighting game that's rife in tactics is good. Problem with Street Fighter V is it doesn't have that many tactics. Losing a character that early sucks. I like this guy's team, man. It's like he started playing Team K-Dash and he's like, I don't like Coolant, I like T-Hawk. That looks so jank. Um, 98 is number 5. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. I think 11 was the first numbered one. I don't think there's a KF10. I think there was a KF 2004 or something like that. 2003? It might be 2003 and then this is 2004. I don't know. That sounds wrong. 2003 is like the latest KF I know anything about until 11. I've never heard anyone say KF 2004. I've also never heard anyone say KF 10. The only KF games worth a shit are 98, 2002, 13, 14, maybe this one, and maybe 95 of your hipster. And then 2000 I guess has some interesting things too. Most of the other ones are Kusa. In 94, you can't even pick individual characters. You have to pick a whole team. If you want to play Kim, you've got to pick fucking Team Korea. I don't even know if Team Korea was in KF. KF 94, I think it was. I don't even know about the spin-off series. I think Maximum Impact is spin-off, right? I know there's at least one spin-off series that's called King of Fighters, but is actually like a Fatal Fury game or something like that. An Art of Fighting game. Some bullshit like that. KOF is literally 3 different series that got gobbled up into one series. Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, and something else. I think King of Fighters is Kyo's debut. Ryo's from Art of Fighting. Terry, etc. from Fatal Fury. This Black Kim. Not even black like, you know, African. Black like ash. Black like soot. The red Kyo is pretty nice too. Ryo. Love that super. Oh yeah, kill him with the Hao Shokoken or whatever. Dan's Ultra 2 is a parody of that super. Dan's Idle Stance is also a parody of Ryo's. Nice. Super into super. That shit's tight. Good old jump A. Yeah, Athena's from like a shmup or something. Athena's like from a game of an entirely different genre. Like Jin Satome. Nice Abby. Kid Ash looks so cool in this game. Playing a platformer in an arcade is such a weird idea. I don't know why. But even like Donkey Kong. Yeah, technically, Jin is still from a fighting game. That combo looks so jank! That probably didn't hit as a cross-up. You usually can't cross-up a cornered opponent in KOF. I don't think ever. That's been true for a long time. You usually can if the character's facing the other way. And that time, for whatever reason, Maximo was facing the wrong direction. I'm pretty sure T-Sock is not a good character in this game. Captain Falcon, that's a good comparison. Fighting game character from an entirely different genre. Actually, most of the Smash roster. But Captain Falcon, I feel, gets special mention. Because you usually don't even see the fucking character. Star Fox in the same boat. Like, at the very least, you're still playing as Samus in Metroid games. And she still attacks with her Metroid attacks, you know, she still shoots her beam and missiles and whatnot. They basically made Captain Falcon from the ground up. Like, they just had the character model and that was it. Every other thing is unique. Jibbletoad times 7. This Kohatsu channel is uploading. It's recommending me newly uploaded Yatagarasu footage, and I'm real tempted to click on it. I'm just looking at that footage like, What's up with the gun that Captain Falcon has? I want to see him shoot someone. Why have a gun and no gun special move? Captain Falcon's near perfect, honestly. I mean, almost the whole roster of Smash is characters who have no fighting game basis. Like, who's been in a fighting game prior to Smash? And don't tell me Sonic because of Sonic the Fighters. I guess Cloud was an Urgite. Ah, yes, Ryu. That card. Wait a minute, that card. Wait a minute, that card. I don't know what the fuck DreamMix TV is, but I know that Solid Snake has the weirdest cameos of any video game character. Solid Snake was in Silent Hill 3. And also he was in, nice dodge. That guard breaks if it hits, you have to roll out. You don't get a... I don't think you get a... I don't think Ryo gets a combo if he guard breaks you though. I call Punch-Out a fighting game, but it's not like any other fighting game. But applying genres is pretty hard. Yeah, mash those overheads. This is lost, dude. Don't even try. Solid Snake is in, he's in Moktai. I kind of like 2002, but I don't watch it that much. Alright, I've got 2 videos on the sidebar. I'm looking at a little bit. I want to check them out. So we got Yata. Alright, something's definitely not late with my screen resolution. I'm just gonna fix it right now. I'm tired of these being a little bit smaller than they should be. It's a nice screen there. I knew as soon as I saw that Yatagarasu was coming out to Japanese arcades, I was like, oh boy, we're gonna see some cool footage someday. Cool Japanese Yatagarasu footage. Okay, there we go. Shima versus Hina. These are the twins. Shimo's the one that runs, I think. Hina's the charge one. I think I got that backwards. Just look for something that looks like a run. That looked like a run. That could have been a run too. The thing is, one of them has a dash that she can cancel and the other one has a run. That shit's so fucking similar. Alright, that's the one with the run. Pink hair. Recognize that move. Shimo's the charge one. I think Shimo's usually regarded to be one of the best characters in the whole game. If not the best. You don't see Hina that much. Nice. Ground bounce. He might have had an ender there to kill. Good shit. Man, no, I don't know. The charge one is the good one. And the one with the run is the less good one. I think. Man, I don't know. That looked like an EX run, maybe. Look at that combo. That looked like a run on the ground there. That was parry into punish. God, I played this game just recently. I don't remember which is which. Well, I thought I remembered. What kind of round 4? What kind of nonsense is this? Alright, what actual game is it though? Those look almost like Tenchi Muyo characters. But I don't recognize them. Psychic Force. Psychic Force is the name of the game. I remember I always get those two backwards. And yet I was so sure of myself. I think they had the same two supers. There's one super where you have to alternately parry high and low. And then there's another super where it's just a single slap. It is... No, it's Fosu. That looked like a lot like an EX run. Oh, what a bad punish. I like this song. Maybe the one with the run is a good one. A lot of their attacks have the same animation, but then different properties when they hit. That was definitely an EX run combo. Shimo is definitely the one that runs. If you do Sin hard kick into EX run and cancel the EX run. Oh, the guard bar. Guard crush combo! EXs cost exactly half a super meter in this game, and all its super meters are the same size. Nice and easy to remember. Touhou fighting game recently? No. I have played Immaterial and Missing Power. I've never played the other two Touhou fighting games. That was a cool combo. Oops. There's a combo there and he missed it. Threw his way out of the corner. They have the same Crutch Fierce. I think only one of them has that TC. One of the Crutch Fierces launches. The other one doesn't. So you can cancel the one that doesn't launch, but you can juggle out the one that does launch. Being able to cancel it is kind of nice. I think you can't cancel the launching one. They have the same slide, but I think one knocks down, the other one doesn't. Like Hua and Joe. How much will FEXL cost? You have my attention. $1 to buy the game and then $15 per character. I feel like fighting EX layers, it's so niche. I feel like normies will never even hear the name. It's fucking the Lolly Ninja. This character is nearly unplayed. This is cool. I feel like the when there's little girl with ninja powers or something similar, like Ibuki or what's her name, Futaru. Or whenever there's characters like this in a fighting game, they're almost never low tier, or like mid even. They're usually like higher top. In general, speedy characters in fighting games are almost always the best characters. Very rare exceptions. Good mobility is just too useful. But I think this character is supposed to be lower bottom tier. Boing. Kotaro. She has panty shots. Can you be a trap if you have panty shots? I didn't see no bulge. But then again, it could be a real little boy. Is that the EX version? They didn't have yellow, but I don't remember her being able to throw too. That crouch face is kind of good. Very nice. Ninjas always have weird names. I feel like that's worth mentioning. Is there anything cuter than a girl with a boy's name? When there's like a character with a somewhat stereotypically masculine name, like Sam, and it's a girl, I'm always like, cute. Yeah, even Tara by itself is a name. I like how you have Jotaro there. I watched the first episode of the dub, it was fucking bizarre. They were saying Jotaro. Does that combo in there? Ah yes, King. That's not really a name, but it's definitely masculine. Girl tailors. I see more girl tailors than I see boy tailors. Although I admit I see both. There's a lot of female names that were once male names. Like, Ashley. Ashley used to be a male name and became a female name, somehow. Like Leslie. Leslie was once masculine and became feminine. Makoto's unisex. Chadha is, I think, top tier as well. I think these are the two top tier characters. I don't know the matchup. Chadha is like built for a parry game, but I guess you could say that Hugo's built for a parry game too. It's a curious thing. Being able to get a lot of damage out of a parry, or being able to get a reliable, high damage single thing out of a parry, is very strong. But the problem with Hugo is that parries are imbalanced in such a way that he's easier to parry than most characters. And of course they compensated for that with like Clap, but a lot of his buttons are kind of shitty if they get parried. Like his normals. Oh, Hina's the better one, and Shima's the worst one. So I was right that the charge one was better. However, I mixed them up in every other way. Jet and Crow, huh? I think I remember liking Ko more than Crow. Ko appears to be a tasty trap. When I think of a grappler in a fighting game, I first consider whether what they're using is grabs in the context of the fighting game. And then I usually think about it in terms of how hard they are to block. A character who can grab you out of blocking is usually a grappler in my eyes. Even if they can combo into their command grab. Tag-based fighter complicates things a bit, I guess. I don't know. That just changes the way the grapplers are played, really. Ko is a cute. Some characters in this game I really like, and some I don't like that much. The idea of a top tier Hugo actually disgusts me a little bit. Shadow is probably my least favorite character in this game, although I don't mind him. Nice. I feel like characters in this game have a different design philosophy a little bit, although they're still all cool. I feel like some characters are overly simplistic and some are overly complex. I mean, it's often like that in a fighting game, but it's kind of strange to what degree it is. The ceilings of characters look pretty low for some of them, and really high with others. "16 seems real grapplery to me. Curious. He was expecting to be parried, so he cancelled the punch into a command grab. But the punch was blocked, and so the command grab whiffed. Didn't look that unsafe. That's some neat tech. Hugo can actually do that in Street Fighter 3. You can do a clap and cancel at the Super 1. If you're expecting to be parried. It's a pretty hard read, but, you know. That's how you play the game. The big ass punch is almost like, it's almost exactly Hugo's clap. Functionally. I feel like I've seen the drop kick too, but I can't place where. Like, not the animation, but like the function of the drop kick. That Stand Fierce is mad good. It's like Hugo's Stand Fierce, but not an overhead and a lot faster. But it has that effect where it slams if it hits the opponent midair. Mika has a drop kick, but it's not that drop kick. Chad has normally just like, I think it knocks over. But if you get in certain contexts, you can get a big juggle into several drop kicks, I think. Chad has very technical. He might be the most technical character in the game, in addition to being the grappler. I kind of like that. It's very rare that those are the same character. Most technical and grappler. Oh, it's Jet. So here's the deadly on. He has some things that are extraordinarily deadly and some things that are extraordinarily unique. The most unique thing is that most of his special moves can be cancelled to other special moves at no cost. However, I think the cancelling hierarchy basically gets progressively more unsafe. The things that are the easiest to cancel into are the most unsafe. Grapplers are usually forced to be a little technical. They usually don't have an easy combo route, combo system. I wouldn't say Chad has extraordinarily technical, but he does have some unusual combo routes that are actually very freeform. I shouldn't say they're that freeform. They are unusual. Nice. Stand hard kick EX run. It's like an OS. Not really an OS, it's a confirm. If the stand hard kick works, you can link after the EX run. I wonder if there's a juggle there. Juggles in this game work a little bit like Third Strike, but they're also notably kind of different. In Third Strike, depending on the knockdown, you have different amounts of time to pick up the combo before they fall out, depending on what you juggled, what started the combo, the juggle. This game does that. Depending on what the last hit was, and depending on what the existing juggle potential is, will affect, those two factors will determine how long you have to juggle the opponent before they fall out. I think KOF has something similar. The juggle system of Street Fighter 4 and 5 is quite different. The sword bitches have nice normals. Oh no, they're super amazing. Oh, that was cool. That was the Ganesian activate, and he had, I guess he had invincibility for it. I don't really see people use that Ganesian very often. All super meters are the same length, so obviously. Ganesian is standard size. Gane. This character doesn't have a command grab. That already makes him a lot more fair than Yon. That was pretty cool. Went for the overhead. She blocked high. It's Gane. I usually see people use the other. What side did that hit on? That probably hit on the front. I don't even know if she has a cross up. This game is pretty, honestly. The animations are a bit simple. But I like the style. The art style is super neat. The color scheme is super neat. These two again. Yes, Clap has a lot of plus frames. Yee. It's a nice parry. Jump to throw. Came down and through. Those in this game are 2-button. If memory serves. We just saw a throw whiff, so they gotta be 2-button. You don't have 1-button throw whiffs. That should be stupid. There's probably at least one game with 1-button throws and throw whiffs, but I can't think of it. Like normal throw whiffs, that is. Nice. That's an ass tone. The running bear. Sneaky. That perpetual swat, I don't like it. Like, I don't mind a grappler who squats, but like, the way that he squats, he's leaning back too much. If Chad had just leaned forward a little bit, I would like his stance a lot more. He's fine when he's like crouching, or when he's blocking, or when he's walking. But it's just idle animation, he's just leaning back but still squatting, and it looks kind of weird. Smash has a dedicated throw button. But technically it is just shield plus A. Technically there's a macro. I wonder if there's a juggle there. That recovers basically instantly, but it looked like it knocked down basically instantly. Any game with a dedicated throw button obviously has a 1-button throw with a whiff. I think Soul Calibur does that, right? Doesn't Soul Calibur have a dedicated throw button? Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it just has a throw macro as well. Isn't there a throw button in like Virtua Fighter or something? Dead or Alive? I think it's Dead or Alive. Maybe it's both of them. Maybe that's still a macro. Dead or Alive? One of them, I think it's Dead or Alive. One of them has like 2 buttons. How you gonna have a 2-button fighter? Smash has either or. I can't think of another game with a dedicated jump button, but I think there's at least one. Ah yes, anyone that has a hitbox. I wonder if... I imagine that players use the button and not the direction, but I'm actually not sure of that. I didn't know like how much people use the C-stick in competitive Smash. I always thought the C-stick was like... it just gave you smash attacks, but like without the freedom of being able to charge them. And I didn't know the difference between... I still don't know the difference between using the C-stick to do air attacks versus using direction plus button. I guess you can be holding another direction, right? You can hold left and do an attack to the right. That's probably why. Probably gives you a little better DI or better control of your character. That throw leads to a combo and he dropped the combo. Those set up a combo are a pretty cool idea, but I don't like them to be that tight. I want it to be like a 3-frame length at the end of the day. Or bigger. Bigger is fine. I like how comboing out of those works and then fighting herds. I like that it's actually like got a big disparity between being able to combo out of throws or not. It looks like they actually balanced it. Juzumaru, Black Juzumaru. Juzumaru's my guy. I feel like if I play this game, I'd probably play him. He's got a nice jab. He's got Shades of Fae. Fae would be a fantastic third strike character. That's what I thought as soon as I saw this guy. I was like, Fae would fit into third strike like a glove. I would love to see Fae get third strikeified, but that's basically what Yang is, so whatever. That DP, I was curious. Is that a stun? Is there stun in this game? It's got like a short roundhouse TC, I guess. That's what that looked like. Black Juzu has easy links out of double jab. What would Rekkus be like with parries? Hello, Yang exists. Yang is very safe. You can always parry the Rekkas the same way, but you have to go for a red parry. It's a red parry to parry a Rekka after stand short. I mean, stand strong or low forward. Faye doesn't have cancelable medium, so you would be able to blue parry his Rekkas maybe. It would depend. If Faye was in third strike, his Rekkas would probably be as fast as lights, which would be pretty fucking fast. But Yang's got medium speed Rekkas. One hit. That was nice. I think that does 5 hits. It might only be 3. He can space with that jab real well. Yeah, look at the way this Juzumaru is playing. This is like the kind of way I like to play fighting games. It's kind of passive. Like he's going for mix-ups and he's getting them, and he's seeing his confirms and he's getting those confirms. But the way he's played this round is mostly just like have good normals and use those good normals to control the opponent's movement. Wait and watch, and then pursue a combo when it's available. Pursue a Fei when punish when it's available. Whiff punish. It's a bit Fei-ish. Dash and throw. Fei doesn't need to be aggressive, despite being like his toolset looks like it would mark him as a rushdown character, but it kind of doesn't. He's usually rushdown-ish. But like he looks like he would be super duper ultra mega rushdown. The high damage punish combos and the command grab. But then he ends up being like offensive screen control. Poking. Offensive poking. It is nice. Fei is a really unique archetype. Fei, like a Rekka character doesn't capture it. He is a Rekka character. That's a guard break. You've got to parry them. You can't block them. Every character has that. Looks like it is only 3 hits. I like that palm super. I like most of the supers in this game. I enjoy their simplicity. Guy is kind of the same archetype, a little bit. Rush down poking. I wouldn't call it an archetype, but there's something that they did with Guy that they do with a few characters. It's when they just throw shit at a wall and see what sticks. Some characters have like ultra concise special moves that like are sort of catch-all, like Guile. And then you've got characters like Guy where the character just has like 6 special moves and it's like, here, make something work. Does Guy have 6 special moves? You got the command jump. You got the air command grab. You got the shoulder. You got the run. You got the spin kick. There might be another one. I think that's it. Old Mika, I guess. It's kind of cool. I like that they do both. Sometimes you have characters with a lot of different shit, and all of it's a little bad unless you use it in just the right place, like Guy. Most of Guy's special moves are... you have to use the right version at the right time, or else you'll get killed. And I don't mean that in the Kami sense of right version at right time, where it's like really unsafe if you don't confirm it. I mean like right place and right time, like fucking when are you ever going to use, I don't know, medium shoulder. And it's not that medium shoulder is useless, you just have to be really smart about when it's the right thing. Medium shoulder is actually pretty good. Love that shit. Dirty. My man's out of meter though. But that doesn't really matter. He's dead. He's out. Yeah, now that you say that, I wish Deku had elbow drop in general. I consider that to be Guy's signature move more than any of his specials. He kind of technically has it. Old Zeku has an elbow drop. It's just functionally completely different. Hanzo's titties. Hanzo's entire body. I love Hanzo combos. So that's supposed to be an empty jump. Somebody wanted. He could have gone for a reset again. It might have been good. He tried. Spent a lot of bar, but still headed meter, so it's alright. Alonso's kind of rushed down. That's the charge command grab. Rush down characters have to get close. That can be bad if it's a grappler. I wouldn't say rush down characters classically lose to grapplers because that's entirely dishonest. But rush down characters classically have to be aware of grapplers. And sometimes they lose. Especially if it's a low tier rush down character and a high tier grappler. I really hate that this game does that. After it was pointed out to me, I just can't stop noticing it. It's very frustrating. Whenever anyone gets any hit, it shows one hit combo. I wish that the hit counter only showed up if it was 2 hits or more. Dead Strike doesn't even show you a hit counter until the fucking combo's done. Once there's no more juggle potential, or once the opponent hits the ground, that's when the hit counter shows up. You can jump cancel the super. That's a command grab, I think. That was jump into instant air parry. Instant air parry is really easy in this game because it's a button press rather than an A. Nice. Rather than directional input. Oh my god, missed the punish. That went so far. Oh no, she's dead. No, she's not. Disgusting. China makes nasty comebacks. Oh my god. I didn't realize Chud had talked. It's Ko. Ko and Crow. The Shotos. Ko must have the cutest, tightest boy pussy. I feel like these characters kind of stand out in the game as not really feeling like the rest of the cast. And looking at them, they were probably the earliest designed. They're very pure. They're both super pure. Guard crush into nothing. Get parried, cancel to Tatsu. The very slight difference in stance is cool. That has to be parried because he was midair. And then he got because he parried it, the co-player got a punish. Or not a punish, but like he kept to keep pressure. And the pressure was much harder to parry. I want some Eastern and some Western commentators. Nice parry, nice punish. Well, some of a punish. I want some close fierce, can't find it. I don't remember if this game even has close normals. Anti-air crutch fierce. Even if that's parried, you could buffer it into a cancel. What a feminine voice. I actually am not sure if Ko is a boy or a girl. I'm like 70% sure boy. But 70% really isn't much. Ah, shit, I have to be awake tomorrow, don't I? I got someone coming around. Fuck. I forgot about that. I gotta set my alarm. It's like no big deal. It's not gonna make me miss Bath Cup. But I guess that my ringtone's super loud. It's probably the last match I watch, just because I have to be up at 8 and it's currently 2:30. That's not a whole lot of sleep. I'll probably have a nap midday tomorrow. I put on Miss Bath Cup. You get that's the full combo. See, like normally against a mid-air opponent that doesn't ground bounce like that. But after the EX starter, you can ground bounce like 5 times. It's weird. This game is a weird system. If they're already being juggled, it continues to juggle, but if they're not, then it doesn't. Start one. There's a few attacks that work like that. Chad has some too. Also, Universal Overheads work like that. Mid-air connect, Universal Overhead doesn't do shit, but if you're juggling a mid-air connect, Universal Overhead, like, can juggle into another one. Or stuff like that. It works rather nicely, but it doesn't make much sense. Chada's nasty. Man looks cheap. Alright, bedtime bath. I'm sleepy.